Hello, my name is Alan Parker and I'm the Head of Recruitment Services at Cole IT Services. I'm here to give you a couple of tips on the recruitment process. Looking for a job can be quite a daunting process and it's not one that people get 100% right. So if you follow a few basic tips to get in the right role and approaching interviews, this should help. Firstly, you have your job search. It's very important when you consider job search criteria. You may be used to having one job title, but in other companies the same job may be called something else. So for example, what you should do when searching is put the variations of your job into your search criteria. A basic example of this is service desk engineer, help desk engineer, first line support engineer. If you're going to look at it from a different perspective with regards to a supervisory role, in some companies a senior test analyst may be a test manager in another company. That's the first stage. Just keep it very basic. The second action would be once you've applied for a position. It's very important that you always follow up your application with a call to the recruitment consultant. There's so many candidates do not do this and rely upon the recruitment consultant to call them. Unfortunately, in busy markets where there's lots of candidates around, it's quite hard for the recruitment consultant to call every single person that applies. In some instances I've actually received 500 applicants, and if I'm on a deadline to get CVs over to a candidate, to a client, then it's going to be tough for me to do that. Generally what people should do is follow up that call, make sure that the recruitment consultant knows they're about, make sure that they know what they do, their key skills, how much they're looking for, and basically force the issue a little bit. That's the second stage. The third point is actually approaching your interview. Now, the key thing to consider here, and this is the most important thing, is be prepared. Plan your route, allow for train delays, traffic jams, and aim to arrive early. Learn about the company you're going to. That shows a real interest that you want to go and work for them, and that will only come across positively for you. Go to the interview with examples in your head of certain things, and I'll give you examples of what you should go there. Make your thought process following these five areas: where you've been successful, where you've turned around a bad situation, dealt with difficult customers, end users, other colleagues. Think of your strengths and weaknesses. Weaknesses should be ones that can be turned into strengths. People say very silly things when they're put on the spot, so just consider that when you're saying what your weaknesses are. Finally, the questions, you should have questions ready at the end for the actual interviewer, so that it shows you have thought about the interview, it shows that you are professional and that you really want the job. I'll give you an example of questions that you could ask them. What growth potential, what training they provide, how do they like to manage people, what projects may be coming up in the future. Pretty much that's it, but finally I would always make sure you call the recruitment consultant after your interview. Once you've done that, you can give them feedback and then they can chase up the client for you. I wish you the best of luck.